Hello, 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 and
Hello.
welcome to Tea with Lily. Wow, and we're still on the AI series, and today is season 1, episode 4. I'm your host, Lily Nada Mensa, a brand strategist by day and an event host by night. I'm not quite sure if it's night yet, but there you go. We have Omurden Sezgin, who
Yes.
is who is going to tell us about lots of things. But I just want to start today with some of the things in the news. And he's got some news to share with us. I'll let him tell us about it. It's all very exciting. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Easter holiday. We've moved the clocks back, and I think we lost an hour. I feel I've lost a day because I can't get up in the mornings now.
Mhm.
And apparently, if you're in the UK, there is the post is going. They're going to change the second class mail, and I was thinking, who sends post anymore? Everything is going electronic, and if I have to send some post, I will have to. It's got to be so important that it goes first class and it goes special delivery anyway. But I'm sure there are other people who depend so much on the post, like people, older people as well, who may want to send stuff to their grandchildren and stuff like that. So they will still need it. And I think there's also a potential for some people to lose their jobs. So our thoughts are with them. Now, I heard on the grapevine that LinkedIn is thinking about going, or it's actually started doing short videos like TikTok. So LinkedIn is
Really?
going TikToking. I personally haven't got my head around TikTok. I raised my head, I raised my hand for that, but LinkedIn and in short videos, I'm not sure. But hopefully it'll go viral. I'm going to jump on that bandwagon as soon as it comes through my email. And the last bit that I heard, that if you're in the UK again, a lot of stuff will be based on UK, well, because that's the place I know and that's where we're sitting right now. If you want to go to Balmoral Castle, where the stately home is, it will cost you £100 to go to Balmoral, just to go to where the late Queen Elizabeth, her favorite castle. £100, and if you want to have tea, it costs you another £50. Personally, I think it's too much. What do you think? If you want to have tea, come to Tea with Lily. It's always free, and we're going to have a fabulous evening. As you know, Tea with Lily is a space for informal discussions where people from all walks of life come onto the magic sofa, and they share tips and tricks for professionals and entrepreneurs interested in career and business growth. My guest today is again Omurden, and he is the boss man of Ancreva.com in
Thank you.
tech.com, and he's going to tell us everything about brand engineering and what have you. So if you're listening, first of all, just share in the comments where you're listening from. If you're listening from, I'm here in Bromley, and people will be listening from all over the world, whether in Facebook, LinkedIn, and also on YouTube. Tell us where you're listening from or you're watching us from, and we'll be able to answer some of your questions. So don't be shy. This is an interactive thing. It's all live. And what happens here stays here. We've got a couple of people joining us. Just share your comments. It takes a while to come through, but I'll try and acknowledge all of that. So, all of that. So, Umurden,
Yes.
welcome. Warwick. Oh, Guy Eastwood is in Warwickshire, UK. Hello, Guy. Thank you for joining us. Carl is calling from or listening from Canary Wharf. Thank you for joining us. Umurden, what are you drinking today in terms of tea?
First of all, thank you very much for this wonderful welcome. And I
Mm-hmm.
am really excited to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation. For the
You're
moment, I'm
welcome.
drinking tea. For the moment, English tea. But if I were in Turkey, I will be drinking I will be drinking Tirebolu tea, which is our my hometown's tea, which is really popular in Turkey. I mean, they
Really?
have really uh, addicts in for that tea because of its growing conditions with sun, rain, and the weather conditions, and also the soil that's growing. So that's one of the delicious tea type in Turkey. That's why for the moment I am drinking English tea, but I'm recommending to everybody who
Everybody,
are watching us to drink Tirebolu tea when they come to.
okay.
Even
Everybody
even you can find it
sample it.
in UK in London, the market stock market.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You have to share the link with us later on as to where we can get it from. Oh, I guess we can
Okay,
get it from that place that shall name that we can all go online and get it. So
okay.
that's amazing. But let's hear a little bit about this brand engineer. He's earned his bachelor's degree in industrial engineering, so that makes sense. And he furthered his expertise with a master's in information technology, and I guess that's where the link is. And that was all at Middle East Technical University.
Exactly.
He's currently expanding his knowledge in entrepreneurship, innovation, and enterprise development through postgraduate studies at the University of Westminster, right
Exactly.
here in the middle of London.
Yeah.
He's got a vast background in brand management and has led numerous national and global strategy initiatives for over 50 renowned brands. Wow, we're so honored to have you. Notably, he served as the founding marketing manager in N11.com, a prominent e-commerce platform in Turkey
Yeah.
from 2012 to 2018.
Exactly.
Alongside all of that, Omurden founded Ancreva.com, a brand engineering consultancy dedicated to fostering strong brands. And he's
Exactly.
collaborated with notable brands such as, and you're going to catch me out here, Sikayavat Alba,
Yeah.
Pegasus, and so many more that you
Exactly.
can find on his bio in LinkedIn if you want to know a little bit more. He actively mentors other startups as well across various incubation centers in branding, digitalization, and urban branding. I'm very interested in urban branding
Yeah.
actually. And he is an accomplished author. He's published 3 books and initiated 2 social projects. Outside of his personal professional pursuits, Umerdan finds joy in his family, social endeavors, and the vibrant city of Istanbul and his kids. You are a new dad, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, before when I sent this
Your bio.
yeah, yeah, bio, I just had one daughter, but for the moment, 2 daughters and one son. So we just the family even enlarged. Yeah, I mean,
Some
the-
family just grew over and I
no,
had
yeah,
one, now
exactly.
you've got 3. You had twins.
Yes, twins. Yeah,
Oh,
thanks, God. Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you very much.
Massive, massive congratulations. Because children, I think, are a gift anyway. It can be hard work, but it's one of the most beautiful gifts that you can ever have. And for that, I mean, I understand those who haven't had kids or choose not to. That's also something separate. Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
congratulations.
as you said, that's the hard work. So I am in London, so my family is in Istanbul, but just I just want to thank to my wife having this trouble for the moment. So I just give that
Oh,
message from there. Okay,
oh, okay. Listen, can you tell us your wife's name? I can just say hello to her.
Aslı,
Asle.
Aslı. Yeah,
Asle, hello, and thank you for loaning your husband to us for a few, just a few, maybe half an hour. And
yeah,
congratulations on the twins as well.
yeah. Thank you.
Now, a few ideas to kick off the brand. And what does a brand engineer do?
Actually, uh, I maybe I just get rid of this on Creva. Then I start what is brand engineering. Actually, I studied, as you said, industry engineer,
Hmm.
and I worked for 2 years in the production area. I mean, in a production in a factory. Then I jumped to the marketing environment. I just
Okay.
was new at that time. When I learned that, I discovered that it includes really dense mathematics and analysis. I mean, we have to research about the market, the competitors, and also the customer. So it
Mhm.
includes some mathematics, and after that we come up with
Yeah.
briefs,
Yeah.
and then it turns into some creative stuff. So brand engineering, said I studied industrial engineering, but brand engineering describes what I am doing for that moment because
Mm.
it combines the creativity like
Yes.
branding and
Hmm.
also mathematics engineering side.
Yes. Yes.
So we
Yes.
have to combine it in that industry, in that sector, what we are doing for as a consultant. You have to, I mean, we are trying to come up with strategy and try to convince the customer and also the company that we are
Yeah.
working for. So it always includes some numbers,
Mm.
and that's why I call it as a new term, brand engineering. Brand, I call myself as brand engineer, and what we are doing is like a brand engineering studies for the
Mm.
companies, not only coming up with creative stuff and also work on the growing side of the
Yeah. Yeah.
companies, growing side of the brands.
Well,
Uh,
I think that makes sense in that a brand is like the home of all your
exactly,
communication. So, in order
exactly.
to build a home, you
Yeah,
need a good foundation, you need an architect, you need an engineer to make sure that all the bits and pieces
mhm.
work together. So, I think that that's a really, really, and of course, you need some creativity once you come into the how you build the house. You have to put paint on the walls and all of that. And I think that's where the creativity and all that comes in,
Yeah,
because if the brand is not right, if the communication is not right, you're not going to be able to speak to the your ideal customers in the language that they understand. So I think
exactly.
the term brand engineering I mean, it sounds brilliant, but I think it's something that we all need in our businesses. So thank you for doing all of that for us. Now, what's about the creation? I mean, the kind of process. If I was a brand, it was coming to you as a business, or perhaps an example of one of the brands that you've worked with. What is the creative strategy process like?
Um, well, as maybe I again talk about this Ancreva, the name is coming from this process. It is
Yes.
like analytics or analysis, and then creativity and value adding. So uh, let me
So
yeah,
go back again. Analysis, creativity, and
and value adding. I mean, this will
oh,
be
okay. So
last part. I mean,
and
but this
Creva,
yeah
I'm going to type this
okay.
equals analysis.
Analysis, creativity, and value adding. So this represents actually the steps that we are working on. We start when a brand comes to us, or a new brand or new startup, or any scale up that wants to grow their brand. When they come
Yeah.
to us, we start with like first the market analysis, because even
Okay.
you are working for any job or for yourself as a person, you have to
Hmm.
see what the market is,
Yeah.
the size of the market, what
Exactly.
the trends
Mm-hmm.
in the market, and you also think about the based on the country. For example, I'm thinking about the market in Turkey or in UK or the world market. So we start with the size and the trends um, of the market.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have to, have the great deep knowledge about the market. The second phase is to learn about your rivals. So, for
Yes,
example, the
absolutely.
people
Yeah.
for the moment is watching this LinkedIn live with Tea with Lily, but some others are watching other stuff. So
Yeah.
that's even a competition between
Yes.
you between this live broadcasting and with the other stuff that people are dealing with. So we are looking at the rivals, for
Oh,
example.
it's news time right now. Nobody wants to hear all the horrible news. This is
Yeah,
the
maybe,
place to be.
yeah. After that, they will watch maybe, for example, based on this information, the content that we are creating. So they will watch maybe in the future. But the thing
Mm,
is, the rival analysis is also important because
mm.
that's sometimes uh, the uh, the thing that pushes you. You are just following your rival, breaking the branding your rival, seeing that what they are doing, what they are earning. So based on that, you come up with some other ideas. You push yourself and you become so you bring some innovative ideas. You bring some other ideas that makes your brand grow. So
Mhm.
rivals, what your rivals are doing, and the deep analysis of your rival, there even you look at what the messages that your rivals are saying, which clothes your rivals are wearing, because we consider always the brands as person, as
Yes.
like characters. So
Yeah.
we just look at all the rivals as a person. For example, when we put here like Nike brand or Apple brand as the third person to this discussion, so we know that we can realize how they can speak. So
Yes.
after the market, the rival analysis is really important to understand, to find the how can I say, the differentiation point for us or the
Yes.
brand we are working on. The
Yeah.
third step
What is
is,
your what is different?
yeah,
What is different? Your unique promise of value. Yeah.
exactly. For and then based on the differences, you should come up with a differentiation point for yourself, for
Yes.
the brand. I mean, we are working. So the branding is like that. I mean, this is the differentiation between a product or service with a brand.
Yeah.
Product or services, like these
It
are
can
the
be generic.
physical things, but when you add the differentiation point, the story, the strategy, the emotion, then you come up with a brand that people uh, want to have or stick to. Yeah,
Yeah, they or even they can even there as brands that are aspirational. People will want to aspire to like luxury brands, for instance. They are
exactly.
aspirational. Somebody will save all their money, the year's a year's worth of salary to buy one handbag. The aspirational brand,
Yeah,
not me, not me. I don't do that. But it happens, doesn't it?
yeah,
Because they're
exactly.
buying into they are inspired or they're buying into that particular brand, and that makes them because that brand has spoken to them, and they feel that owning that brand will make them feel special.
Yeah, they make really a emotional relationship with the brand.
Yes, yes,
They can consider the brand as their friend or as
yes.
their, I mean, some counter, I mean, a company, I mean. So we are designing the brand as a
Hmm.
person. So that's why aftermarket rival analysis, then we come to the customer. So
Yes.
I mean, the for the brands that are currently existing, we just
Hmm.
analyze the customers, what they
Hmm.
want, why they
Yeah,
choose that brand, what are
yeah.
the other brands that they are trying to, I mean, have for the customer, what they
Hmm.
feel when they have this brand. For example, the customer, when they use Apple computer, Mac, they
Hmm.
feel like they are creative. Or
Yes.
when they are using, for example, Mercedes, they feel like they are king, something like that.
Yeah.
So we just try to understand what they feel when they are using that brand, and what are the other rivals that they want to have, and what is their perception, what is their,
Mm-hmm.
and first we ask them, for example, uh, for um, for this, for example, live broadcasting, when they watch this live broadcasting of Tea with Lily, what they what do they feel? What is
Yeah.
their, I mean, perception when
Yeah.
compared with the others? So
Mm.
customer, the target group analysis is really important step of the that gives us really a powerful insight for the strategy, brand strategy. And
Okay, that's amazing.
after all these analysis,
Hmm.
we come up
Yeah.
with a brand strategy. What is
Hmm.
brand strategy? That includes how, what is the differentiation point of the brand? What
Hmm.
should be the message of that brand? What should be the mission, vision, or
Hmm.
the brand identity?
Yeah.
As a brand
I
engineer,
think the brand identity is something that a lot of people forget about. What is the
yeah,
identity? I mean, you've spoken about thinking of the brand as a person.
yeah,
How does that person make you feel? What would make you want to choose one person? Again, it's a bit like dating, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You create some. Uh, Actually, I am saying that as brand engineers, our main mission is make love between the customers and the brands. This is the addition.
Okay,
Yeah,
you heard that first. A
yeah.
brand engineer's job is to make love between the
I mean,
customer.
create. I have
Great,
said
great love.
they are not customers. We are creating fans for the brand.
Fans.
Fans.
Okay. Hmm.
This is the magical point. If you look at like that, if
Hmm.
you, for example, there are two different point of views. One is they are the people, the brand owners are looking,
Yeah.
the company owners are looking to the customers as the source to earn money. So they are
Hmm.
looking like an physical meta. But the brand perspective, you look to your customers as they are their fans. They are the
Yeah.
brand's fans, or they try to create love between your company and the customers. That is the
Yeah.
main point.
And
And
again, I think it's the connection between the fans, because what then happens? I mean, the next stage, I'm sure you'll talk about that. That they then go and talk about the brand to their friends, and as the famous Jeff Bezos said, a brand is what your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room,
exactly,
because they love you or hate you. Listen, there's some good brands, there's some bad brands, but people
exactly.
still talk about it. So it's about making sure that what they're saying about you is what you want to be said about them. Oh, hello, Pat. How are you? And hello, Muriel. You say it's very interesting. Thank you
Yeah,
for that. Thank you for joining us again.
yeah,
Now, Omurden,
yeah.
the what are the current trends in branding at the moment? Do you have a few that you want to talk about?
Maybe we can talk about the effect of AI. Actually, this is
Hey,
the one of the yeah
hey,
one
my
of the
favorite, my favorite topic. I can't even click my hands. I've hurt my hand, but I'm still trying to click. Let's talk about AI. Let's do that. Let's do
yeah.
that.
Actually, AI really changing all the industries. I mean,
Yeah.
even in our side, I am also utilizing AI really very much. I mean, it is
Mm,
effective in creating content. It is effective in creating some strategy, give some insights for us. So when we look at what, how will the branding or marketing change with AI effect? Uh,
yeah.
so AI, maybe the first point is the personalization. So we are trying in all our steps, we are trying to give specific, customized service, customized products to our customers, target group. So AI enables brands to deliver highly personalized experiences to customers by
Mm,
analyzing vast amounts of data to understand individual preferences, behaviors, and purchase histories. Based on these past experiences, AI will create some personal, I mean, or customized experiences or
yeah.
tailored content. This is one of the effect that we are seeing for the moment.
Yeah, because
And
I think
yeah,
AI will allow us to be able to go down into minute detail, whereas before it was difficult. But now AI will allow us to do that much more, a lot quicker.
exactly.
And I think for me that's a good thing. But not everybody agrees with me. But there you are. But
And
carry on.
yeah, the second thing is, as I said, we are trying to discover the customer insight. So we as brand engineers or brand consultants are deeply using AI to discover customer insights. Like AI powered analytics tools provide brands with valuable insight into customer sentiment, trends, and market dynamics. So by leveraging natural language uh, and sentiment analysis, brands can monitor social media conversations, customer reviews, and other online interactions to better
Yeah.
understand their audience and refine their branding strategies accordingly. So this is one of the important steps. And the second thing, after you come up with a strategy,
Hmm.
you use. I mean, there are really plenty of AI tools that creates brand voices and messaging, and also
Mm,
visual branding. For example, AI technologies such as natural language generation empower brands to create compelling, consistent, and contextually relevant messaging across various channels. For example,
mm,
for one of our clients, we are using we opened them to, for example, Spain and Portugal, and without any experts in these languages, we are just using AI technologies to create our messages in Spanish or
Yeah.
Portuguese. And
Yes.
also, for example, in the future, I believe that even in this live broadcasting, when I speak in English or Turkish,
Yeah.
we will have the chance to translate simultaneously. I mean, exactly. I will speak in
Oh,
English,
yeah.
and then
Mm.
or Turkish. You will hear, or the audiences will hear all the things in their languages, for example. So
And
this is
yeah,
exciting. Yeah, yeah,
I think it's good that we're having this conversation now about the possibilities
yeah,
ahead. And but I just want to stop and acknowledge. You say Valik, is that I think he's Sejin as well. He
yeah.
said
He's
great
he's,
to
he's
me.
my
Yeah.
brother. I just
Oh, he's
greeted.
you brought the whole family from Turkey here.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah,
brother. How you doing?
yeah.
So he's a pharmacist or did
Yeah, he's a
pharmacology.
pharmacist, and he's
He's a
working in
pharmacist,
an
and
American company.
I'm sure he will also be able to tell us at some stage that AI has helped in his industry.
Yeah,
But in terms of branding, that personalization
yeah,
and creating avatars to see there's a particular kind of customer. This is what their needs are, and this is how we develop messaging for this particular group, so you can segment the market so that you're not selling the wrong things or you're not trying to sell the wrong things to a different kind of customer,
yeah,
because AI can allow you to go deeper and segment your markets a lot better and in a
exactly.
lot a lot quicker. And I mean, for instance, I heard the other day, and I think I love it, that, and I read somebody's blog, and that said AI is there as it helps us with your critical thinking partner.
Exactly. Yeah,
And I think I'll find the person who said it at some point and share that on LinkedIn. AI is our critical thinking partner. I think that is amazing, because sometimes you're doing your own work and stuff like, and you can get stuck, and AI helps you to move a lot quicker, so you can go and actually serve your customer in a better way. So definitely. Anything else on the AI front?
what's more, I mean, predictive branding, for example, this is also an issue. AI enables brands to anticipate consumers' needs and preferences through predictive modeling and forecasting. I mean, with the help of AI, we can analyze historical data, market trends, and
Yeah,
we can predict future demand, identify emerging opportunities, and proactively adjust the branding strategies.
yeah,
This is for me really exciting, because as we have lots of tools. I mean, you see
yeah.
lots of tools for using AI to create the visual branding, visual design, the
Hmm.
message, the voiceovers, everything. But for the moment, also, I with some of my friends who are also working in AI engineering stuff, we are trying to create some strategical tool, AI
Yeah,
powered strategical tool, which enables us to predict that the brand, I mean, customer needs, future customer needs, or
yeah.
the market analysis and
Hmm.
driver analysis that I have already explained as processes of branding. So there is no, for the moment, a strong AI powered tool for strategy. So this is also something I am using some parts of that, but there is no any tool. So in the future, there will be, maybe we create that tool. So that's really
Okay.
exciting for me, for the I mean, for the companies, for example, the
Yeah.
scale ups, the bigger companies, they can work with consultants. But
Yeah.
I am really excited for this tool to be used by startups, where,
Yes.
I mean,
Startups need, we need, the
uh,
startups need a lot of help, so that they're not reinventing the wheel all the time.
exactly.
So yeah, so I'll be very interested to know a bit more about the tool that you build. But I want to, since we started with you being a daddy, I want to acknowledge Asli. I'm
Nice
going
to
to
hear.
put she's going to put her stuff. Listen, guys, I know this is a serious branding show, but um Omurden is the daddy, so we just want to give him a big shout out. I think that's his wife. I say, hello, daddy, I'm listening to you. I love you. Ha ha.
Thank you
Listen,
very much.
listen, all work and no play. makes it all dull. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for holding the fort whilst Omurden is working here. And congratulations on the baby again.
Okay, thank you.
Now, yes, let's carry on.
Okay.
So
Uh,
we talked about, you mentioned something about city urban branding as
exactly.
well.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
Actually, as I said, I mean, the branding is not only necessary for the companies, and
Mm,
this is
mm,
also some important for the um, how can I say this is okay for the commercial side. The branding is necessary. Okay, for
mm.
also the social side or the public side, like the cities, the person or the communities, NGOs, they also need some branding touch. So for the cities, I really am interested in that part of branding, and I am really want to work. I have already worked, but I really want to work. For example, Istanbul, which is the the city that I really love. I really feel myself really happy about, and city branding is like you come up with an, as you say, this is the root. I mean, this is the 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 main cover of all the product or services. But so
Yeah.
as brands, so for the cities, you have chance uh, to target five emotions like visuals as a city visual. So you
Hmm.
can create an experience, brand experience uh, concept for the cities.
Okay.
So in order to have be stronger for the cities, they need branding or marketing touch because they
Hmm.
are different from a place that that has only the buildings, that has only the people. But the cities
Hmm.
have cultural difference, visual difference, hearing. I mean, they have some specific sounds, voices. They have specific tastes. They have specific emotions. So this in city branding you come up with all these emotions and then come up with and bring a cover strong concept for these cities. So when we
Okay.
think about Paris, for example, that is the city of love, and they are having mount yearly 45 million people as visitors, including not only
Okay.
touristical visit, business visits, and also some other visits inside the country.
So are you saying that you're looking to, in terms of competition for
Yeah,
Istanbul, for instance, you want to take a share of the market from Paris and bring
exactly.
it
Or
to,
create
yeah,
new markets. Yeah, create new concepts to attract the attention of people. For
yeah,
example, tourism. Istanbul was last year one of the top three with respect to, I mean, having around 15 million tourists
hmm,
per year. But there are lots of potentials when you discover the emotion. For example, as I said,
yeah,
Paris touches with love.
yeah,
Anybody with girlfriend, boyfriend should. I want to see this
and
Eiffel
wife, and
uh,
wife,
wife. I
yeah,
mean,
wife and
yeah, yeah,
husband,
of
please.
course, of course. They want to see. They want to take a picture in front of Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Think of that. This is the something puts that that is not only a tower. That is really touching to emotion like
Hmm.
love. They have in Paris, for example, Paris touch or is related with the color red, for example, right?
Mm.
Red color, love. So they created really a strong brand. Uh, uh, I mean, have some touch points with these emotions. But Istanbul, when we think about Istanbul or other cities, for example, London has really some parts with the brand. I mean, red color, red buses, red telephone booths,
Hmm.
red fire booths. I mean, they
Yeah.
they have created this kind of stuff, and they are selling these like souvenirs in all the streets. So they are earning really lots of money. For
Yeah,
example,
and London has a very London and Paris. They have a very very powerful
but when you
brands for
yeah,
various reasons.
let me
But I think
yeah,
you've mentioned something which I think from my studies and from my work around branding is talking about sensory branding,
yeah,
where we're using um, making sure that we're touching. A brand has touches all the senses, as it
exactly, five senses. Yeah,
all the same. Well, there could be even more if we do, but the people say there are more than five senses, by the way.
yeah,
But the five senses that we know is touch, smell, hearing, and all of that. So
exactly.
sensory branding applies to cities as well.
City as well, and actually, cities have that power more than the companies. I mean, when we
Yeah.
think about Istanbul, when we compare the other cities, Istanbul is at the meeting point of Asia and Europe. Europe kisses Asia, right? I
Okay.
mean, when you think about romanticism, love, Istanbul is more than love. I mean, because naturally it brings two continents together.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
that perfect. I mean, description that can be a perfect description of Istanbul. Okay, love is I belong to Paris, so we should create some other content
Mm.
or concept for Istanbul.
So
For yeah,
if you had to, and somebody just said, if you had to think about a word or two words for the city that you're creating or the concept, what would it
yeah.
be? If you had a choice, what would it be?
For Istanbul, you mean?
Yes.
Or yeah, I mean, I can say for the moment a mix of all emotions. I mean,
Mm,
but when you say mix of all emotions, you can lose the other part. I mean, you have to have some specific emotion. I
mm,
cannot say for the moment because I have to study about it. I have some ideas, but I
mm.
just want, for example, one thing. For example, Istanbul can target the entrepreneurs, for example, startups,
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
because we
yeah.
need brains, we need ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to attract the attention of the idea creators, the startup founders,
Mm,
we can. Okay, Istanbul is a startup city, by the way, for the Turkish people, but we can
yeah.
attract the attention of all the foreigners to have the idea in a continentless place. Am I? Do you understand?
Well,
There is no continent. I mean, they have.
you mentioned, I think if I was looking, if I was an entrepreneur and I'm
Yeah,
trying to understand what you're saying here, if I was an entrepreneur,
yeah.
I should want to come and do some work in Istanbul because it's the place where Europe meets Asia, is the meeting point, it's the
Makes you
connection.
yeah
Yeah. So
connection. Yeah, makes you creative, and
but
the place of the emperor.
does
Yeah.
the government make it easy for foreigners to do business there? Because that would be one of the things that certain countries that I know, they like the country, they like the people, but if the country makes it tough for foreigners to come and do business there, it cannot attract foreign investment.
So, really, this is the main point. I mean, if the city chooses to target the startups, so for example, an idea startups, so they should ease the processes of having uh, work done, or make it easier to found new companies, make
Yeah,
or give some tax advantages, for example.
yes,
If
yeah, tax. Yeah,
so, if
tax
we
is a
say
good
that Istanbul is a startup city for attracting the attention of the brains, ideas, so we can announce that to the world, saying that okay, come guys, I we prepare your the beautiful offices for you, shared beautiful offices, looking to Asia and based in Europe, or looking to Europe based in Asia. So this is
I love it. I
yeah,
love it.
this is something that yeah,
I'm moving for 6 months to come and check this out. I
yeah.
have to. I have to
So
come. I
even
haven't been before,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I will. I will
yeah.
come definitely.
You are welcome
So
always. Everybody is welcome from UK, from Europe, from all over the world.
from
To
UK, from Asia, everybody's welcome.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Yeah,
Okay,
they
and we
we
can
said
come and
yeah,
we can come and have tea, special tea with you.
yeah. As I said, five senses. One of the strongest sense of Istanbul is food, food.
Oh, I love
You
food.
know, tea, food. I mean, the Turkish kitchen. So this is one of the things that makes people happy. So,
Mm.
Istanbul has these five strong senses attracting attention of all people, but we should have some target points. So that can be startup founders, the entrepreneurs can be one choice, but I have different kinds of ideas because uh, I cannot choose, as I said, love. But do you know that the most amount of wedding ceremonies are happening in Istanbul? 1,062, 162,000 wedding ceremonies are happening annually in Istanbul. This is such a kind of city
And people are coming from all over the world.
all over the world, but mainly
Okay.
Turkish people. You know, in the bridge connecting Asia to Europe, they are making offering um, how can I say marriage to their partner. That is one of the, but that should be also improved. But you can see when you come to Istanbul, you can see lots of people at night putting their lights, their names to the bridge and saying
Hmm.
that, "Will you marry me?" So that
Okay.
can be
Okay.
also the positioning
A
point
proposal.
of
Yeah.
that proposal for Istanbul.
Oh
So
gosh.
that should be. I mean, as the processes that I said, even the cities, we should analyze the market, competition, rivals,
Yeah.
and the customer. So we should
Yeah.
ask, what do you think about Istanbul for you and for the potential visitors? So we
Mm.
should come up with a strategy for the city, for the destination. So
Yeah.
that should be a long, sustainable idea that you are uh, following. This is one of the step of the branding because you come up with a strategy, you start marketing it, but that should be a sustainable idea and
Yes.
long
Yes.
lasting idea. You cannot change. This is like a personality of one person. I mean, character of one person. You cannot change your character. So that should
Yeah.
be minimum 5 years,
Yeah.
10 years should be same. And even the municipality change, even the
Mm.
management change of the companies, they should pursue these
Yeah.
strategy a long time. This is one
I
of the
like
yeah.
I like the concept that a person cannot change. And I'll give you an analogy that comes from, as we say in Ghana, a lot of my being Ghanaian, there's a saying that character
Yeah,
is like pregnancy. You
exactly.
can hide it, but eventually it comes out.
Exactly. Good. Yeah.
Anyway, you mentioned startups and all of that. So, what are the three tips that you can share with the startups or people thinking about branding and the things that they have to think about?
For startups, I can say that I mean there exist some steps that's really a hard process to bring an idea to life and to make it stronger. So
Yeah.
one thing is believe, believe what you are doing. I mean, or do what you believe. Yeah, I
Mm,
mean, for example, myself, you see, I am so much excited, so
yeah.
much happy when I am saying what I am doing. So it is more than a business for me. It is my,
Mm.
I
It's
mean,
a
my
passion.
passion. This is
Yeah.
passionate. Don't believe, do what you are believe. And the second thing, uh, think strategically. As I said, make analysis, market analysis, rival for the branding, for all the financial. Think strategically and make your all um, calculations. Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
we are saying
Do
that
you know
if you,
most entrepreneurs or most business owners might not understand the big words of think strategically. How do you break it down to somebody like my mum who just wants very simple? What does think strategically mean for the average person?
I mean, uh, these calculations. I mean,
Mm.
what is your market size? What are you doing? And then measure it.
Yeah.
We are saying like you cannot manage what you cannot measure. So the things that
Yeah.
you cannot measuring.
Absolutely.
So
What
yeah,
doesn't get you need to yes, yes,
yeah,
thank you very much for saying that. You need to be able to measure what you're doing or what you
exactly,
want to do. So you need
exactly.
to have that starting point and what the future is like. We can never predict the future, but we should have an idea of what it's likely to look like for either a year, 2 years, 5 years. So
Exactly.
there has to be. So that's what they're thinking strategically. I think would mean you have to be able to measure it as to where the long game is, rather than saying I want to make 100 grand this year and that's it. I'd like
Yes.
to make 100 grand,
Exactly.
but that's it. So what else? What else will be? We've got
The,
one tip
the
now.
one
Second
thing, the third thing, don't give up. I mean, the
tip.
entrepreneur mindset is like you start one thing and then you grow it or you pivot it some other ideas. But if you are saying that okay, it's done, I give up and turn back to other stuff, turn back to corporate life, for example. So I just recommend don't give up because as an entrepreneurship mind, you can find the following ideas and come up
Mm,
with if because if you do the first step and second step, you become a guy that doesn't give up. So
yeah,
I recommend that even you have problems, you have some challenges, don't give up, and then if you are going down, and then just find a way
yeah.
to go up. So
I
keep your
think
motivation always high. I should
that
say.
I think that's very important because you and I know that entrepreneurship is a hard game.
Exactly. Exactly.
It goes up and down, up and down. And I think if people come into entrepreneurship thinking that it will be smooth sailing, because they've seen the big signs and the shiny people saying that they can make them seven figures in
Exactly.
10 days and all of that, and assuming that those people made the seven figures in 10 days just overnight. They don't realize that it takes lots and lots of small wins, big wins, small fails, the ebbs and the flows. So don't give up. Give up is something that I think is probably the nugget of today's conversation.
Exactly.
Don't give up as an entrepreneur. Keep growing and be strategic with what you're trying to do. So now we're almost at the end. I've enjoyed this. And
Really? Me too.
we've got an engineer in the house. Started his life as an engineer. It's now doing branding and
Yeah.
brand engineer. So thank you very much, Umerdun
Yeah.
for Umerdun, because he's
Uh,
told me he's proper. How do you say good evening
we
in
say
Turkey?
we say in Turkish iyi akşamlar. I mean,
Yashama.
iyi means good, akşamlar means evening. Good evening.
Okay, Yak Shama,
Yeah.
thank you very much for spending some time with us. And we had Christian Latte here. Pat Durant said, I will not give up. And Seda Demiralin also said, what do you recommend for a Turkish firm planning to enter European market for the first time brand wise? I'm going to put his question up here so that you can read it and see if you can answer it, or you can answer it, or I can answer it.
Yeah, actually, I moved to London for already. I had been here for 8 months already. So
Hmm.
I try to discover the market, discover the culture, discover
Hmm.
the people, because even the language difference is important when you
Yes.
enter a new market. For example, the US guys, even in English, US guys says vacation and UK guys say holiday. So that is the
Don't
difference.
start with American English.
Yeah.
God, I get it
So
wrong all the time. Like sidewalk and pavement,
yeah, that is the main, even the small difference. But
potato, potato, or
yeah,
banana.
marketing is in details. Marketing consists of details, so small details. I was working for a flight company. I'm an airline company for Germany, in Germany, and I just discovered that I was talking with in the field with the agencies, tourism agencies, and that I said, why didn't you choose this company? And he showed me, come on, just look at this website. They are using the articles, German articles, in a wrong way. This is
Uh
one of the
oh.
point. So that's
Yeah.
why they didn't choose that company, because its security is important in the airline industry. So even they said that the company who is using in the wrong sentences, wrong words, makes a wrong flight. So my recommendation for the Turkish companies entering want to enter to European markets is, as I said, to discover the culture difference, discover market, learn a lot before you enter that, because you will spend money, yeah, for the media, for communication, for opening some offices there. So you have to learn the culture, to target group, to customers in that country. That's why I'm here for 8 months to discover as Ancreva, as the
Yeah.
company that is trying to convince the people or trying to bring the brands to UK or Europe. I should be here to discover the culture, to learn
Yeah.
that language, for
Hmm.
example. And that's really fine. That's really good to have this broadcast, for example, with you. Thank you very much for that again.
Yeah.
Um,
You're welcome.
because, yeah,
So yes, understand the culture before you start investing your time and energy in
yeah.
so many ways. And Guy Eastwood mentioned in Albania, you can't promise a hassle-free product. That means it comes with hassle for free.
Good.
Guy, that's a good one. Let's
Yeah,
put that up there. And Julie said, "Hi, Guy. Good to see you." And yeah, I think we've got some friends up here. So
yeah.
small
Thank
world.
you. Thank you very much.
Omurden is one of. Oh gosh,
Yeah,
Julie,
yeah.
you're showing him up. Julie's
Yeah,
here with
thank you very
you.
much
He's
for
one of.
Jimmy, because we learned a lot during
Yeah,
this entrepreneurship and
Julie,
innovation courses. So,
yes,
and also thank her to bring me to this networking event and to meet you, and then to have this chance to make a broadcasting here. That's really
yeah.
a good
Julie's a good
opportunity for
friend,
me.
and
Yeah,
Julie is I call it I call her the branding queen anyway.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's amazing.
yeah.
So anything else? If you need any branding advice, brand engineering, your small business, or you want to move to Istanbul to set up your business, Omadan is your friend. He'll tell you how to
Exactly.
do it. I mean, if you want to come to London as well, I guess you would have tested the waters, and perhaps you can help people. So check him out on LinkedIn and see what he has to say. He's on Facebook as well, so check him out. Look at all his and he's on Twitter. He's on Instagram as well.
Yeah,
He's as we say we say here, he's omnipresent. He's everywhere.
yeah.
So thank you so much for explaining what brand engineering is. And
Okay.
for those of us who joined us, I'm so grateful that you're spending your early evening, your rush hour with us. And of course, if you need anything, if you need anything around branding, around AI, and all of that, I'm here, and I can always find somebody else to support you. And Merdan will definitely be able to give you some quick answers. He runs a business, so he will charge eventually. But if it's just a quick, if it's just a quick question, he'll be able to um, suggest something new for you. So my name is Sam Lily Nadia Mensa. I'm the quirky host. I'm always here to answer your burning questions. And until next time, look after yourself, and may everything that you wish for be the least that you receive. Take care now, and bye for now.
Bye. Bye. Thank you very much.